Alright, so there are two more named NPCs over here. Onlooker and Scandalmonger. There's a back alley over here. Also, I walked through the tape on accident. Whoops. Might as well just accept this mistake. Whee! The do not cross tape has been crossed. It's such an easy thing to break, and in this case there wasn't an obvious thing to jump over, so it didn't quite work out.
Gruesome, isn't it?
Nope, she's got nothing for me.
It was just a matter of time before they got her.
Before who got her?
She's that journalist. The one writing all those things about you-know-who.
You'll have to fill me in.
Radko Perry? The local anti-aug politician? That's Angela Gunn lying there. She's the one that's been writing about him. There was a threat of a scandal and everything. Coincidence?
Sounds like someone should go after this guy. Ask him some questions.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Just, if you do that, please don't mention me. I don't want to end up like her.
What else can you tell me about Radko?
The guy's a sleazy piece of shit. That's all there is to it.
And you think he's capable of murder?
Absolutely.
Did you actually see anything?
I just got here, so I see what you see. A dead, augmented journalist.
Thanks.
Okay, so now we have two things we can follow up on.
Doesn't it feel like something?
We can try to track down this Radko guy, talk to him, and we can look into this police file about a previous criminal. Let's see here. And it looks like we might have to go back to the previous location for both of them. Alright, let's go for Smolinsky's files first, and then we'll try to look into Radko. How much you guys want to bet I'm going to be able to walk right in here? I'm going to say probably not. But you know, you never know. You could always hope. Hi. I'm just going to walk in. Aha! You'll never see me now. This transparent door has blocked you. Let's see. I assume I get in trouble for using this. Hi. Are you mad at me for being behind the desk? Hello?
I'm just going to keep walking.
How are you doing, sir? Not many businesses open at night, at least not in this district. Gotta be wondering why you're here. What? It's the police station, silly. This is a normal place to be. At all times of day, isn't it? Okay, so there's clearly multiple things that are locked if I want to get in there. Look at that screen. So we probably need to find a sewer access or some other surprise. Can I climb on you? I can. Cool. Hit. So maybe sewer, maybe somewhere else. But I'm probably going to need an access way that isn't the front door. Because there's multiple things I'd have to hack to get in, and I'm going to get spotted. Because they're just hanging out there. And that doesn't bode well for me. There's a computer down there. Alright, I do think sewer's probably a good opening for me. Whee! Ow! What? Icarus strike. The Icarus falling animation doesn't trigger as often as you'd think it might. Where am I right now? Those are fires. We've been here before. It's all the underground people that are hanging out around here. So they're near the police station. Unfortunately, there seems to be a severe lack of other access points around here. That's a weird place for a traffic cone to be. Okay. Sewers are not providing me with new answers necessarily. I'll either need an alternate way in, or I'll need some fast hacking tricks, basically. It may be time to finally break out some of these some of these multi-tools I haven't been using. Ever since I got better at hacking. I've had a bunch of them stocked up for a while.
What? I can't take this anymore. I need a hit.
So if I'm...
So
Are they like instantly spooked by me? Do they instantly start investigating me when I walk in here? They do, don't they? Does he just stare at me? Hi. How are you doing today, officer? I'm doing fantastically. You seem chill. What if I like sneak here? You never suspect a thing. No, doesn't work at that range. Maybe he'll get bored? He seems to be getting bored. Boredness achieved. He never saw me walk in here. Hello, files. I do not see a camera pointing at me. There's no apparent sensors. I should be free to go. Alright. Grabbing ammo, robbing the police. I've never actually been in the police officer's building before. This is a new one for me. I've pre-explored so many buildings that while just wandering around that I'm kind of surprised I haven't found my way into here, but it is guarded, and it is the police station. A lot of file boxes everywhere. Looking for anything noteworthy. Both for myself and for the quest, of course. Die, locks. I hate locks. Adam Jensen is anti-lock. There we go. Harvester copycat victim 4. Name Leon Wolf, aka Leonie, aka Jasmine, age 31. Associations: Club Asimov, Augmented Strip Club, Prostitution. Second Breach, Recovering Alcoholic. Catatonic, Cat Grouping School. That's a distressing name. Okay. Crime scene and evidence. Traces of EMP. Augmented victim. Augments removed. Removal marks consistent. Body considered at Prekaska. Somebody pronounced that earlier, and it was completely different from anything I'll ever try to pronounce it as, so I give up. Strands of fur. Lab report suggests black bear. Inconclusive. Partial prints on the throat. Toxicology report suggests victim was drugged. So black fur is found under the nails. So somebody wears fur coats, apparently. Same as last year's Harvester killing, prints on the throat in conjunction with the witness testimony ultimately led to the capture and execution of Marek Svobotka, aka the Harvester. So he's dead, apparently, if he was actually the person. Bureau directives. I have been instructed to treat Leonie Wolf's murder as an isolated case. The Bureau does not want to fuel speculation there is a copycat serial killer at work in the area. Investigation into copycat angle is to be carried out on a strictly unofficial basis. After months of working these cases, two things have become clear to me. These are copycat killings. Our copycat knows things about Svotka's MO that no one outside a very select handful in the Bureau has any right to know. Got a tip about Svotka being involved in some medical procedure at the prison. We'll follow up soon. Did the medical procedure give him black bear fur? Or it's most likely just some sort of coat or something. The question here is, does he know stuff that only the real killer would know because the real killer was falsely caught and they killed the wrong guy? Or is it because there's a police officer that with access to the files that's reenacting the murders, basically? Either way, it's not a happy place for the town to be in, that there's a copycat aug killer going around. What if it was a police officer who hates augs? Oh, EMP grenades. What if it was a police officer who hates augs and is just using a previous killer as inspiration? The fact that I just picked up EMP grenades in the next locker over, it doesn't inspire confidence in the situation. And they certainly have access to it. And a lot of them certainly hate augs, judging by, you know, their day-to-day behavior as far as we've seen so far. So it wouldn't be much of a surprise. Let's make sure we grab whatever we can loot-wise. Hello? Another biocell for the collection. Every now and then I'll mispronounce that as bile cell. Whoops. Wow, this is nice. Look how long it lasts now. On the minimum amount of energy. That is an upgrade well spent. Speaking of upgrades, do I have a weird update? I can't press start and select and have them respond meaningfully anymore. I hope I didn't mix up controllers with somebody, because I recently had a thing with multiple controllers. Got that question of whether it's a patch or something else now. So now I can just buy these things, and it's no big deal without having to disable anything else. So that's kind of neat. Peps could be good for crowd control and without constantly murdering everybody. Could go for fortify. Let's see, what's this one down here? Flash suppressant's not a big priority. It hasn't really come up so far. Similarly, I don't know if I need cones. Vision feedback would be useful to some extent, just because right now they're all dots, and being able to tell where they're facing isn't too bad. So far, I haven't had a lot of need to track people. The game hasn't heavily incentivized that kind of action so far. Cloaking takedown seems redundant because the cloaking doesn't even last a long time in the first place, so that seems kind of a silly thing to get. Obviously, health regeneration upgrades and damage reduction upgrades are useful, but so far I've gotten away without them, and I might continue to avoid them for the rest of the game. Yeah, I'm actually kind of low on things to get. Let's get this radar thing. There we go. I don't think I need the noise feedback. Frankly, I know I've had noise feedback in games before, and in those games I never look at the noise feedback directly except Mark of the Ninja. But Mark of the Ninja, it's constantly on screen in the middle of your camera all the time, so it's so obvious. Similarly, I don't think I need big gun upgrades, because I haven't really been using them so much. Yeah, the next thing really to go for would be to either upgrade my biocell capacity, so that the biocells themselves give me more energy to use, or to save up for peps, which is also not a crazy idea. And it might be worth grabbing that for future missions as we come up on later parts of the main story. It's probably not a terrible idea to have access to something like that. Put you away. Oh. So right now no one's looking over here. We can tell because of my new vision cones. Yeah, that'll come in handy, one way or another. Alright.
Okay, that's all.
Damn this new back button. Alright, I think I did swap a controller with somebody on accident. That's a bummer. Alright, so that's not the right quest. So now we can bring more information to the murder case. Sure, but shouldn't I try to catch the guy? And investigate the person themselves? I don't think I want to go back necessarily. So once I get back to this map, I realize where Radko Perry's place is, and specifically, yeah, campaign headquarters. Suddenly that's all coming back together, and I'm realizing that we encountered him, well not him directly, but we encountered his place of operation not too long ago. Well, actually quite a long time ago. Earlier in the playthrough I was slinking through various people's buildings, and we encountered this near the beginning of the playthrough actually. We snuck into his basement, and we encountered his creepy little sex dungeon he had down there, and he genuinely did seem like he was probably up to some nasty things, and this seems to reinforce that idea. You guys are everywhere, aren't you?
Come on, you know how this goes.
Oh, we're doing this again?
Come on, let's see them.
Yes, you're special. We get it.
If you don't want any surprises, you might want to be more specific.
Shut up, Clank. I want your papers, not your opinion. Fuck me. We do not want trouble. There is no need to start any trouble, yes?
You sure you don't want to see anything else?
That animation did not sync up with that voice acting, if I remember, if I was judging it correctly. I think he was looking at me when he got interrupted, but his interruption would have been him realizing what my documents say, but he was looking at me, so he couldn't have been reading in that moment. Yeah, here's Radko Perry, the sleazy yep. This is the sleazy guy we encountered before. What is this? Is he tied up? Yep. Got something nasty going on here?
I know it hurts.
Oh. They got memorials for dead people here. Just gonna close you real quick. There we go. Yeah, we have reason to think that this guy's up to no good. Let's take a look around. That's probably Perry himself right there? No? Who is that? Who is that? A guard? Hi. Nope. Well, give it a shot. There's a bodyguard here. That's probably a big deal. Alright, let's give you a shot. Mr. Security Man, I forget your name. You are keeping an eye out, yes? Listen, there is something in my safe I want you to dispose of after your shift tonight. The code is 0109. Rip it, burn it, swallow it, all the above. You see how I trust you and with important matters? You are like faithful dog to me. Continue to be faithful dog and you will go very far, my friend. Radko for Prez. 0109. In his safe. Did I already break into his safe last time? Yeah, I've definitely been in here before. This is a little... Yep. He has a sex swing. That's there. That's a thing. Where is your safe, sir? I would like to find your safe, please. Did I already get into a safe? I'm missing something, aren't I? Under his desk. Cardboard boxes. Does not seem to be an implication of there being a safe back there either. Am I crazy? We've been on his computer before. It's even still unlocked. Any new emails? Early polls and printing services. Yeah, we've been through this. Yep. This guy's nasty because he is somebody who runs on an anti-aug platform, but his job has nothing to do at all with that kind of policy and behavior. He just kind of randomly is like, yeah, anti-aug. Hogs are evil. Let's get him out of our country. And he has a job completely unrelated to anything like that. And he's running for that position anyway, based on that platform. Here's the safe. Pretty sure I already got what was inside. Yeah. What was inside there? I'm a little concerned now. I might have broken sequence a little bit. Maybe it's in my story items. Train station, supply crate, flight dossier, stiletto, Vince Black. No. ID card. That's also Angela Gunn. There's so many places where this thing could be. I'm a little worried. Okay, let's try something else. I can't find Radko Perry. I can't find anything to use to blackmail him, or to find information from him, or to even push this investigation forward in any meaningful way. So let's try to get into video game logic and see if I can push things forward at all. Am I in the right spot? Nope. So my next step I'm thinking of is, let's see if I can trigger this, because there's a lot of dialogue with the police investigator guy, so maybe if I talk to him about Radko Perry, maybe he can tell me where to look for him? Maybe the game didn't think I would look for him on my own, even though this place clearly is called Radko Perry Campaign Headquarters, and it's part of the open world. Because there's also been mention of a cat store that someone has affiliation with, but that's... I can't find that on the map anywhere. I don't see catatonic anywhere on this thing. Could be missing it. But this is clearly labeled, easy to find, and I've been there before. And maybe I wasn't supposed to go there that fast?
Enjoying yourself, detective.
Let's talk about the case.
Alright, so talk.
I think I might have some information on potential suspects.
Let me guess. It's the colonel with a lead pipe in the library.
He thinks he's adorable.
Apparently the victim was mixed up in some kind of political scandal with a man named Radko Perry.
Hey, not the first time a politician and a journalist didn't get along.
So you don't think he's worth talking to?
Radko Perry? A murderer? I don't think so. Worst he can do to someone is get their car towed.
Good thing I don't have a car. Where can I find this guy?
Radko runs his campaign out of an old print shop not far from here. You want to brighten up his day? Be my guest. But that's all you'll be doing by telling him his rival is dead.
I have what I need for now. I should go.
That's fine by me.
We good? Oh yeah, now I have an objective for talking to Radko Perry. Oh, video game. He didn't even give me new information. He was just like, yeah, he's over there. I'm like, I already knew he was over there. I went there on my own. Oh well. It's fine to have the ability to find the character by talking to that guy. But if you already know how to get to Radko Perry because he's right over there, the game should be ready for you to do that. because he's not exactly a hidden location. It's part of the open world. So it's not. So the dialogue being there is not bad. It's just that it seems iffy that the game would block me from doing this because I didn't talk to the investigator yet. Yep, there he is. He just spawned. He wasn't there like a minute ago. Oh, video games.
No respect.
How do I talk to you? There we go. So the talking is there, but wait. Does your safe have... Even the safe magically spawned an item the moment I talked to him. The blackmail photo. There's a message on the... there's a message from Angela Gunn on the back. I've known for a very long time what kind of man you are. Yours are the worst kind of prejudice and hate. You're a hypocrite. You hate because it's popular, because it wins you votes. The pictures I have of you are disgusting, but I think it's something every citizen in Prague needs to see. A new side of Radko Perry. You're probably expecting me to name a price now. This is the part where I blackmail you, Perry, but not in the way you think. I'm going to publish these pictures unless you start shifting your rhetoric to a more moderate stance. You don't have to turn on a dime, but you do have to turn. I expect to see meaningful concessions being made in your platform by the end of the week. Call it blackmail if you want, or just politics. Angela Gunn. Yep, there's all the text right there. So Angela Gunn was blackmailing him, but not to actually like take money or anything, any personal gain out of it. Just for the explicit purpose of just getting him to stop using an anti-aug message to further his political gains. Which, as I was mentioned before, we know from the computer that his political gains are not even related to an aug message. He's not exactly applying for deportation or anything like that. I forget the exact thing, but it was something along the line of like wastewater treatment or something completely unrelated to the entire aug incident in general. Alright, you scumbag.
Are you Radko Perry?
If this is about that anti-aug speech I gave, save your indignation, okay? I'm only the voice of the people. I'm only saying what they want to hear. Your problem, it isn't with me. It's with the way this issue is polling.
I'm here about Angela Gunn.
Who?
A journalist. She was found dead in an alley.
Oh, how sad.
But you wouldn't know anything about it.
What? No. But the fact that you could imply such a thing, I am a public figure. But rest assured, my team will look into it. I'll even send the family a gift basket. How does that sound?
People aren't really supposed to talk like that, really. He came out and said, he came out and said, I'm the voice of the people. I'm saying what they want to hear. You should be, if you have an issue, you should take it up with the polls. And it's like, what? No, you're supposed to at least pretend that you believe the things you're saying. Usually, the people are supposed to be voting for the person that feels the way they do, not that knows to say the things that they do. Obviously, that's how politics kind of tends to work anyways, that people kind of do just say what people want to hear. But the fact that he's literally saying that instead of saying that he actually stands by any of these things is like, that's you can't even be trusted as reliable to the people that you're supposedly working for. Let's see. So you can say, Archie is trying to expose you. What? Then is that why you killed her? So you can straight up accuse her immediately, or do you have someone do it for you? Insinuate. You owe the family a little more than that, don't you? Or indulge. Your reputation precedes you, Radko. Oh, let's play him up. Let's play him up. That could be fun.
Your reputation precedes you, Radko.
What can I say? My career is built on a simple premise. Secure the grandmother vote and build from there. Now, please explain to me why you are here.
I'm here because I heard Angela found skeletons in your closet.
Well, lucky for me that she's dead then, huh? No, but seriously, what kind of skeletons?
Is that all you care about? She was just murdered. You could show a little more compassion.
Compassion is for the cameras, but hey, maybe you should be the politician. For a second there, I almost believed you care.
Your politics are viciously anti-aug, is that accurate?
Viciously? I like that.
Do you go out of your way to incite violence against Augs?
I wouldn't call it going out of my way, more like it's on my way. A flower you pick as you pass by. To be honest, my politics aren't even based on an ideology. It's very simple for me. I tell people what they want to hear, and I stay out of jail.
You're not doing a very good job tonight.
I'm doing just fine.
Yeah, he's completely unabashed about that, isn't he?
You really hate Augs that much?
Some more than others.
Can you tell me where you were tonight?
Out getting vote.
Can anyone attest to that?
Sure. Any number of people. My secretary, my brother, my mother. I just need to call them to remind them they were with me. That's all.
Does he not understand that it's saying all this stuff to me completely nullifies his excuses, more or less? I'm sure he's just saying he's powerful enough that he could back up his word, and he doesn't even need to try to pretend with me to convince me of anything, because everything would hold up in court or whatever the hell, but he's so transparent with me. It's like, what in the world is he doing? You think this is funny? Flaunt the people alive for you. I'll make the calls. You worry about... Give me the list of names. Anyone credible? Yeah.
You think this is funny? Someone dies and you flaunt the fact that people will lie for you?
You're going to lock me up for trying to stay positive?
You don't think this is serious?
I think murder is very serious, but the notion that I could be involved in one is not.
So you're not going to tell me where you really were tonight?
Evidently not.
You sure you don't want to rethink your fake alibi?
Where I was tonight is none of your business.
They say a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Do they now?
These pictures Angela had of you, they're worth a lot more than that, aren't they?
How did you... Who are you?
Doesn't matter. What matters is that this constitutes motive. Angela Gunn knew that Prague's premier anti-Aug politician had a bit of an Aug fetish.
What you call motive, I call luck. Angela was a problem, now that problem is gone. That doesn't mean I made it go away.
Those pictures of you won't be good for your career.
Ah, who's to say? Never overestimate the voters.
I have what I need for now.
Good for you.
That didn't really go anywhere, did it? That's odd. Okay. Weird. We literally, like, confronts him with what he's up to, and he completely doesn't react, more or less. Which is strange. Oh, we still got a gun down here. Alright, let's recheck his computer. Maybe got a new email. No new emails, but that messenger option wasn't there a moment ago. Good timing. I know you. I know you like dealing with two of us at once, but it's better to negotiate with this with me alone. I'm the nice one. So I can, as per usual, I can ask a stupid question, or I can come out and say I'm not Radko Perry immediately, or I can say I'm ready to negotiate to play along. And generally, it feels like the conversation would just end the moment I don't play along. But you never know when somebody might give out information for if they find out that it's a murder. I'm ready to negotiate. Smart man. We have a pretty good idea what this video is worth to the tabloids. We want double from you. Unless you want people to see what you did tonight. Oh. Well, you're not talking about the Aug prostitutes. You're somebody who well, she is talking about the Aug prostitutes, but she's not negotiating Aug prostitutes. She's blackmailing people. Let's see. So I can either come out and demand where Radko Perry was tonight, say I don't know what you're talking about, or say keep this between ourselves if it were to get out. Okay. Video. What is the video of? Is this something he was doing tonight? That would be something that would give things away. We need to keep this between ourselves, because if this were to get out... We understand your position, Mr. Famous Anti-Aug Politician, showing us Aug girls so much affection. We'll keep the video safe, we promise. No one has to know about the last 24 hours. The last 24 hours. There we go. So this is an alibi, even then he won't give it because it's him going off with Augs again. I was with you that long? You were insatiable, but don't flatter yourself too much. We did most of the work. Send in cash. Oops. Did she keep typing for a second there? Oh, that was just the end of conversation scroll. Okay. So, Radko Perry, Radko Perry also has an alibi, so he didn't kill her. So we had reason to investigate him, but also we have reason to not go after him. And all I had to do is knock out a guy to do it. Because he wouldn't just give me answers, so I had to knock some guy out in order to get proper answers. Any follow-up?
Did you forget something?
What's your position on Augs?
Officially, I think they are a menace to society.
And unofficially? You're a real big fan of us, aren't you? Some of us, anyway.
My position on Augs is nothing personal, if that's what you mean. Like I said, I am a servant of the people. Their desires are my desires. Their prejudices, my prejudices.
I'm talking about your personal positions. The ones Ivanka has footage of. Apparently you were at an Aug brothel all night. Trying to convince those Aug sisters to vote for you, is that it?
What do you want?
Unlike everyone else you seem to know, I'm not trying to blackmail you. I just want to know who murdered that woman tonight.
Wish I could help you, but as you can see, I was busy with something else, of which there is ample video evidence. You're not going to tell anyone, are you?
Your hypocritical private life isn't my concern right now. I just want to know who was in that alley tonight.
It wasn't me. Now, if you want to keep slinging mud at poor Radko Perry, go right ahead, but as far as I'm concerned, you know I'm not a killer.
Well, that's for me to decide, Radko.
What is he doing right now? Is he... He's trying to use a sponge to clear what's probably permanent marker off of a poster. Take the poster off. Just take the... Replace the... You have so many posters, just replace the poster. You're an idiot. Oh my god. Everything about this guy's an idiot. It's fine, it's fine. The important thing is he's not the killer, so we can move on with our lives. We now have 2 people that aren't the killer. So that's not really great news for me either. And I think I'm out of leads, aren't I? Trouble to Davni Svert. That's the wrong mission. Let's click back on you. It keeps reverting back to the main mission on me. We'll get to that in a moment. So at the moment, I think I have absolutely 0 leads. All I know is that the 2 people that can most directly be tied to the victim are not killers. The ex-husband doesn't have fingerprints, so the fingerprint can't be from them. And the politician she was pissing off can't be the killer because he was somewhere else. Well, he can't personally be the killer. He technically could have hired somebody for all we know, but even then, we don't have any evidence to act on besides that people didn't get along with each other, which is not a reason to lock them up.
Enjoying yourself, detective?
I think I'm finally ready to shed some light on Angela Gunn's murder.
That's good news. My bosses are eager to know why I haven't arrested Johnny yet.
The truth is, we're not even close. Not yet.
Why do you say that? What about Johnny? The more I think about all this, the more I can't shake the feeling. Johnny Gunn killed his wife.
This was the work of a harvester copycat. This isn't some domestic dispute gone horribly wrong. It's part of something bigger. Someone's out there pretending to be a dead serial killer.
I see you looked into that old case I pointed you toward.
The MO is a perfect match. I read the notes and I compared them to this murder. The two victims were killed by the same person, I'm sure of it.
Alright, let's say that's true. That doesn't necessarily exclude Johnny. It just means he's killed more than one person.
Look, I'm just telling you what I found. For a while I thought it might be Radko Perry, that maybe he was behind all of this. But that wasn't right either.
What makes you so sure?
I pretended to be Radko during a text messaging conversation. Turns out he rented himself a couple of augmented girlfriends the night of the murder. He was with them the whole time. They got video that proves it, and they're using it to blackmail him.
The less I know about Radko's personal life, the better. What I meant was, what makes you so sure it can't be Johnny?
Remember that partial print I found on the victim's throat?
What about it?
Johnny Gunn hasn't had fingerprints since the Australian Civil War. His hands are made of alloy. If he had strangled her, he wouldn't have left a smudge.
Alloy, huh? Shit. So, where does that leave us exactly?
We followed the evidence we had. This is where it led us.
You mean nowhere?
I'm not sure exactly. I think a lot of the pieces are there. They're just not ready to be put together. Not yet.
All right. That should be enough for me to get the rope off Johnny's neck. But it doesn't help me solve anything, does it? I mean, unless we learn more, there's no one I can drag in for this.
Let's just hope learning more doesn't mean having to meet over another dead body.
Hey, rookie! Get over here!
And there's that, alright?
Time to wrap this
So I'm actually fairly convinced that meeting...
Daria, are you there?
Is that you, neighbor? Are you checking up on me? It's very sweet. Are there any leads?
I don't know who killed Angela Gunn, but I do know it wasn't an isolated case.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, but it's the truth. Just try to be careful, keep a low profile. If anything happens, if you ever think you're in danger, you know how to reach me.
Thank you, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
What if it was her? Did she have augmented hands or did she have normal hands? I don't know if she had human hands or not. I don't know. Is the quest just thrown away at that point? It is. It is. The mystery augs are the only loose end at this point. Okay. So I think that's wrapped up then. I'm wondering if she was the killer and we just don't have any evidence to tie it to her yet. The fact that the quest just sort of ends with a dead end like that makes me wonder if what if that's going to be a Jensen story? They have like this season pass and DLCs and everything coming out. There's already one that involves Pritchard. Jensen! Jensen! Which I'm happy to look forward to because I've been missing Pritchard's weird friction with Jensen this entire game. But what if that's a Jensen story? What if that's one of the DLCs? Is the Harvester follow-up? A third body is found, and now it's clearly a trend. Somebody's at large, and maybe he has to take them down over the course of a DLC. That would be interesting to know. But a little disappointing that the main game would leave hooks for a DLC storyline in it that strongly, because that's often seen as being kind of scummy. Either way, I think we have finally cleaned up the backlog of quests in this area. It's time to continue on to what is actually only the second time? I guess third time I've left the overworld to do a main story mission. How weird does that feel, right? We did there was obviously we went to Rizika. That was the first one. That was only a tiny mission, though. Then we went to Golem, and now I think we're finally going somewhere else, because the next storyline just flat out says to meet at the helipad again, which generally means that. So, hey, finally time to leave the Prague again. We were like, what, close to episode 50? I've lost track a bit. We'll see how it goes.